We should never allow the government to decide what is acceptable speech and what is unacceptable speech. We should penalize behaviors, not opinions, and not speech. If you start trying to regulate speech, you start trying to regulate thoughts, you start trying to regulate beliefs rather than behaviors, there's no way that you're not going to abridge the constitutional rights of millions of Americans.
Hello everybody. I'm doing this video about a very interesting subject. Most of you already know about RedBox. RedBox is the kiosk company that now does basically what Blockbuster always did. They rent movies for everybody who wants to see a film that's just come out on video. And this video today is called RedBox Rarities, and I'll explain to you why they are rarities. About 3 years ago, probably maybe it was 2 years ago, they marketed a movie called Area 51. It was a documentary, or it was like a docu film, and it was based on the idea that this group of young people were able to secretly get on Area 51's base out in Nevada at the Groom Lake Nellis Air Force Base test range, and they were basically able to get down into the lowest levels of Area 51, into the bunkers, and found out there were aliens in there. Now, the reason why this film is so rare is because it was never marketed on DVD. It was never marketed at all. The company that is actually listed, having been the producer, is a subgroup of Paramount. And after it was marketed on RedBox, it disappeared. You can find only one copy on YouTube, and it's because they shrink the size of it so small on the video you can't see really much details. And to get this movie, you really are lucky if you can find anybody selling a copy, because they've never ever marketed it on DVD or Blu-ray. Well, I rented it from the time when it was being actually first marketed on video through RedBox. In itself, it's a rarity because you can't find it anywhere. And it was really a good film, because so much of it was done in such a way, they reproduced so many visuals from the base that you believed it. You thought really they did get on the base and they were able to identify aliens and all these different things, like them using formula as the main source of food for the aliens. And anyway, for me it was just ironic. I was hoping after I saw the movie I could go to a video store or someplace and I could buy the movie, because I really liked it. Wrong. It was never marketed again. That's the purpose of why I'm calling this RedBox Rarities. The films, as I'm learning, over time, those who are responsible for putting the machine up with all the newest releases of RedBox, they have the authorization to keep the DVDs after they've taken them off the market in some instances. And guess what happens to them? You see this little red sticker right here on the RedBox? That's from Goodwill. Goodwill gets some of these. Now you're going to think, nah, somebody stole it or they didn't return it. That's not true, because RedBox, as far as its employees, have the stipulated decision of their own to either keep the copies that aren't available anymore and either give them away or keep them. Or in the instance of Area 51, it's possible that Viacom, who owns this company of Paramount, said no copies could ever be donated or given away. In other words, the company still owned the copyright to the discs that they put in their RedBox machines, the kiosks, so they ended up having to return them. That is probably what happened, because I've been looking everywhere for that movie since I saw it at the RedBox machines, and nobody has it. Or those copies that did get donated to Goodwill or to some other thrift store, they've been bought out so fast by collectors that nobody can ever get a copy of the movie. So I thought, why not do a video to imply and express my own interest about RedBox? Because a lot of you rent movies every day there, and you don't ever think of the fact that some of these movies never are marketed on DVD after they put them in the RedBox machines. That's true. Area 51 is a perfect example of that. That when they market products, in some situations they decide there was not a large enough audience reaction to the movie that they phased it out and took it right off the market again after they finished renting them. And that's what happened with Area 51. Very, very good made movie, and after 3-4 years past that time that they were actually in the machines, you can't find them anymore. They're not on video, they're not on Amazon digital video or media. Can't find them there, can't find them anywhere. So when you find a movie on RedBox, it's sometimes a obvious outcome that you're never going to see it again, because the companies that market these things will say long term, okay, that's it, take it off. And then the company for RedBox, each of the distributors may not have the choice to keep them or to get rid of them and give them away to somebody else. So don't always think if you see a RedBox at Goodwill, it's because somebody stole it. That's not true. Sometimes the distributors of RedBox videos have the rights and the options to take the movies and give them away, give them to Goodwill, Salvation Army, somebody. And as long as they are actual original DVD releases, in other words, they're not copies, Goodwill will not throw them away. If it were a copy of the movie, yes, usually they will throw them out. And I say that because I work for Goodwill. And in the instance here, I see periodically in different stores that I visit that they show up on our shelves, and I'm thinking, well, how did somebody get a RedBox DVD? And then over time I realized, well, it's because the distributor, wherever I'm living, and I'm not going to say where, chose to give them to Goodwill. In other words, they pile up all these extra copies that maybe they didn't actually didn't have to return them to the distributor, and over time they scoop them up and they just donate them, get rid of them. They could sell them, obviously, but maybe they get so many copies they figured can't do that because it would just take too long to get rid of them all by selling them. So when you're at Goodwill, most people are smart enough already, they know, look for these because they know these are very likely rarities that they gave away. But in the case of Area 51, which I've been still looking for, I think I'm not going to find them because Paramount Pictures probably had that stipulation to the distributor itself, RedBox. When the movie is taken off the market, you're not allowed to keep any copies you have. You have to return them to the actual producer of the film, and that was Paramount Pictures. Now, it's another name. I can't remember what the company name is. I might try and show it on the screen. But the fact that in this instance Area 51 is not available, who knows how many other films are out there that some people could never actually see again because of that same stipulation by other movie companies. That they tell RedBox you have so long to actually rent the movies, and then you have to pull it off of out of your kiosk machines, and then you have to return it to us, because the movie itself is still under exclusive distribution rights from us, whoever the movie company is. And then you, as the customer, of course, don't know any of these things, so by the time you find out, I want to get that movie, it's gone. Nobody's going to ever get it again, because the distributor, RedBox, has to return it to the actual movie company. So in Rarities, I can only use one example as Area 51, but there are probably hundreds of other movies that RedBox has marketed over the past five years, some of which you'll never find again, because the companies themselves decided we're not going to market them on DVD or Blu-ray. This is not Area 51. This is Wolferen. Why did I get Wolferen? Well, because I've seen segments on YouTube of a nuclear bomb going off, and I'm hoping that this is that version. I've gotten another movie about Wolferen too. This one says 2013, so I don't know. It could be the movie I'm looking for. If it's not, I could still see it off of YouTube. Somebody's already actually posted it. But all I saw from the film was the guy is inside a well, and the Japanese let him out, and then he sees in the distance the bomb go off, and then he jumps back into the well to escape the explosion. And of course this guy Wolferen's some kind of superhuman, because the fire reaches down inside the well itself, but he's not even scorched. You know, it's like he comes out of it unscathed, and I'm like, yeah. But still, the nuclear bomb footage was really good. That's what I liked about it. So I'm hoping maybe this is that version from 2013, but if it's not, big deal. But I hope you found this interesting. If anybody does rent movies from RedBox all the time, you might do some research on a movie you're renting to see if whether or not it is going to be marketed, because if you don't and they pull it, it's over. You'll never see it again. And Area 51 is a perfect example of that, because now Paramount is saying, we liked it, you liked it, but not enough people liked it, so we're not going to market it on DVD, Blu-ray, or any other format, because apparently they thought we didn't get enough audience participation or reaction. As far as the rentals weren't as high as we expected, so we're not ever going to put it on DVD again. And the only way you'll ever see the movie on YouTube is in a little box that's like the size of this red box. See how it is in relation to me? They put it in a screen this big on the actual edge of your screen like this. So you're looking at a screen like this, and the picture should be this. And it's not, because that's the only way they can actually show the movie, is to show it small enough where it's like, that's not enjoyable, I can't see anything in that picture. That's what they did with the Area 51. RedBox marketed it so long, boom, it's gone. And that's the tragedy of some of these films. You'll see something, you'll think, oh, I love that film, I gotta find it. And then you're gonna find out, nope, can't get it. Why? Because Paramount decided, or whoever the company might be, they may say, no, we don't want to market it because people didn't give us any reaction. We didn't get that kind of reaction or response from the public as we hoped that we would. So they stopped it. They canceled it. They took it off the market. So thanks for watching the video. I hope it gives you a little more insight as to what you have in your hand when you're renting a RedBox movie. Sometimes you'll find it. Most times, if the company who made the film doesn't want you to see it, then they'll never market it on DVD after that. It's gone. That's it. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like my videos, because I'm trying to educate people sometimes about things that are happening around us that you'll never know unless somebody comes forward and tells you, oh, by the way, RedBox is doing this. So thanks for watching today.
لا أنا ميكن ونوس بيحب الوصلة بيحب الوصلة لا
His name is Omran Daknesh, just 5 years old, and his feet barely hung over the edge of a seat in an ambulance. Dazed, he didn't cry as he wiped away blood and the dust of a building that collapsed around him in an airstrike. His silence somehow reminded the world today of its silence in the face of the atrocities in Aleppo. Omran was pulled out alive Wednesday. 5 other children died when the building they were in was hit during the relentless Syrian-Russian offensive on rebel-held areas in Aleppo. The image of Omran's face spread like wildfire on the internet. One tweet called him the real representative of the Syrian people.
Stop killing Syrian innocent people, civilian. Our children need to live in peace.
The doctor who treated Omran said today there were many more severe cases no one is paying attention to.
We need to protect our hospital, our doctors, our medical workers from airstrike.
Omran is recovering. His family now wants to escape. The same choice another boy's family made a year ago, Aylan Kurdi, whose body washed up on a beach. He too was a symbol of Syria's youngest victims. Now there's a new one. Tomorrow there may be another. Richard Engel, NBC News.
They've reported from around the world, challenged the powerful, and they bring all of this to every story that breaks.
We've got breaking news, and it's good news.
And touches your heart.
How do you even say thank you? Thank you is not big enough.
I made this.
survivors.
Hai, hai yang berubah. Hai, ambil cuti. Selesai. Apa lagi? Apa ada ya? Cerita.